Hey guys, welcome to another RC Mayhem video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your Slash two-wheel drive ready for the dunes. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want is pretty important and it's almost needed. And that is new rear tires, because the stock tires that come in your rear are just like these ones. And they're not very good for the dunes. You can make it through if you're just gunning it the entire time. You can make it through, but it is definitely not ideal, and it will heat up your motor a lot quicker. So what you want is some slingshots, Proline slingshots. Another option is the Proline sand paws. Those are a little bit bigger and they look kind of awkward on here, but they do work. That's more so for the Rustler. Yeah, they're made a little bit more for the Rustler, for the Stampede, or the E-Revos, stuff like that. I prefer the Slingshot just because they look a lot more like they're meant for this actual car. So that's the first thing that you're going to need. The next thing you're going to need is to gear down a little bit. Depending on what your gearing is right now. Some people may not need to gear down at all. I certainly did. My gearing was 26 pinion gear and an 86 gear pinion. An 86 tooth spur. I gear it down to a 19 tooth pinion and an 86 spur. So I gear it down, what, 7 teeth? 7 teeth in the pinion. So that's a pretty good amount. And with that gearing, you're getting a lot more running time out of your motor back here. Now, if you're running a brushed motor like the Titan 12 that normally comes on these cars, you can run that in the sand, and I have seen it done. It does work. It's not ideal though. You're going to go a lot slower just because the motor doesn't have enough power to really get you where you want to be and really have the most enjoyment out of it. And your motor is going to heat up a lot quicker just because it's a brushed motor and they just heat up quicker. It's just a fact. They just heat up quicker. You can choose a variety of systems. If you're really going to go for a lot of money, you can get the Castle Creations Mamba Monster. It runs around $200. This system is only $110. It's the Castle Creations Sidewinder SCT system. You can also go with the SV3 system. They both do perfectly fine in the dunes, and they're really ideal for it. You could also go for the TRAXXAS Valenion system, which may come stock on some of your cars. That is a brushless system, and that system will do just fine in the sand. I have run mine in the sand. I have a Stampede two-wheel drive. I have ran that in the sand with the Valenion system, and it does just fine. No matter what system you're running, your motor will heat up eventually, just because that's just what it does. Your motor it will just heat up. But gearing down can really help you with that problem. You'll heat up a lot less. So that is the main things that you're going to need to run on the dunes. But if you want to run even better on the dunes, I'm assuming most of you have preloader clips in your shocks. I know I do. Every single car of mine has one of these huge preloader clips. I actually painted this one orange just because I thought it'd look cooler. But a lot of cars have preloader clips in them, and some of them even have 2 huge preloader clips I've seen. If you have two huge preloader clips in the back for each shock, you're going to want to at least take one of them off. It's just when you're going over the dunes, most of where you're probably going to be running these is where people have walked before. So your car kind of hops in the air because obviously it's not a 1-to-1 scale car, and those footprints really are huge indents. So if you're going to be running it in an area where there's a lot of footprints and stuff, you're going to want to take these preloader clips off and go a little bit slower than you normally would, because your car is going to be doing a lot of bouncing, and then it's just a whole different variety of tractions, and it's going to really heat up your motor. So make sure at least in the back that you take off any preloader clips. But I mean, if your car sags like mine does, I got to figure out why. If someone can tell me in the comments, that'd be great. But you see, when my car goes down, it doesn't come up that much. Like, it still has that much to come up. So that's pretty good, because when it's bouncing over the footprints and stuff, it's not gonna really, like, it's not gonna fling it in the air because the suspension is so stiff. So that's really good. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want to make sure that your shocks are really soft, like kind of like a real trophy truck. You can see the suspension really work on those if you actually go and watch trophy trucks race around the track. So those are the main tips to get your Slash two-wheel drive ready for the dunes. There's not really much else you have to do, and I have gotten a lot of questions of, is it really worth it to go out and buy some sand paws? And the answer is maybe. Because I run mashers, Proline mashers on my Stampede two-wheel drive. Those do fine in the sand. I run my Rustler two-wheel drive in the sand. I have 2.8 trenchers on those. Those do perfectly fine in the sand. I actually jump sand hills with those tires on. You can run Badlands, which is what I run on this car for off-road tires. They're on 2.2 Badlands. You can run these on the dunes. I've seen it done. These will work better than all of them, just because they're meant for the sand. But if you just want, if you're running on just your stock tires like the ones in the front, and you just want a tire that would really just work all around, I'd pick up some trenchers, some 2.2 trenchers or 2.8 trenchers if you're going for a monster truck look. Those will work on the dunes and they will work on off-road. But if you're out like the desert or something and you're just looking for some really good sand tires, pick up a pair of Proline Slingshot tires. I do have a video of doing some highlighting stuff with these tires. If you want to go check those out, just click on the tire right now. There'll be a little box right there. You can click on it and that'll bring you to the video of me explaining some stuff about those tires. Those tires are very nice. So yeah, guys, that's really it. You don't really need any new front tires if you're running a two-wheel drive car, because they don't really do much anyway in the sand. But if you want, I guess you could pick up new tires for them, but it's really not necessary at all. So yeah, guys, that's how you can get your Slash two-wheel drive dune ready. If you like this video, then please leave a like, comment if you have any other questions, or if you have something to add to this. If you have something else that you should probably need for a dune ready Slash, comment it down below. And thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.